Hello, friends. It's a very rainy day here in Southern California, an unusually rainy day, so I'm just curling up with a book, or maybe I should say books. I thought I would show you what's on my nightstand, what am I reading now, lots of things. And they all have so much fun history to them, so let me explain. The first thing is, I just finished Louise Penny's most recent book, A World of Curiosities. And Louise Penny is the mystery thriller writer who writes about this little town in Canada called Three Pines. And I've fallen in love with the books. There's 18 of them. I finished all of them, and now I just finished her last one. I don't think it's her very last one, but it's her most recent one. And I am bereft because I don't have a Louise Penny book to read. So that has a story in itself. But let me tell you about A World of Curiosities. I really liked it, so in case you're interested, I did enjoy it. I always enjoy learning more about Gamache and his life and his inner circle. I will say it was a little darker than some of her other books and dealt with some very contemporary but very difficult issues, social issues. So it's not for the squeamish, but it still has all of the charm and all of the characters from Three Pines. So I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for the next one. So that's Louise Penny. Now, at Christmas, my daughter knew that I had just finished Louise Penny and that I was feeling very downhearted about it. And so she did the sweetest thing, and she bought me a set of books that she had previewed, series of books that were part of a series, sort of a mystery series. So these are the books that she bought me. This one is Charlene Harris, Real Murders. I just finished this one. And look what she did. These are so cute. She put these little bookmarks in them and gave them each a review. You know, she said, get past some of the outdated 1990s tropes, and you might love this. It also has a Hallmark Channel movie attached. So I started with that one. I really liked this, but I found that there was too much of a discrepancy between the kind of sweet, innocent protagonist and the actual murders that occur in the book. I don't know, something didn't quite sync, but I did like it, so I suggest that too. And then she suggested Michael Connelly, which maybe you've read. This one's called The Black Echo. I haven't read that one, but you can see she has little bookmarks in all of them. This one is Alexander McCall Smith, The Sunday Philosophy Club. I know she loves this set of books. She really recommends this set. This one is Tanya French, Into the Woods. So it's an inspiration for another sort of mystery on TV. This one looks funny. It's called Joanne Fluke, Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. Haven't read that one yet. And okay, this is a different one. So those are the ones that she has suggested to me for my After Louise Penny life. One thing I also did in my After Louise Penny life was I watched the series about Three Pines, and I enjoyed it as well. But I would say, unless you've read the books, don't watch the TV show first, because it's a very different kind of a show. It doesn't actually have the charm of Three Pines. It's more like a cop show, a murder mystery show, which is very intriguing in and of itself, but not like the Three Pines of Louise Penny. Okay, so that's all what I'm going to be reading in my mystery writer's vein. Now, the other thing that I'm going to be reading, you're going to laugh, is Moby Dick. My daughter, my youngest daughter, is signed me up for a serialization, a digital serialization of Moby Dick online. So every week I get a portion of Moby Dick to read. Now, it has already started, so the first part of Moby Dick I haven't read, and I'm starting sort of in the middle. So I wanted to get back to the beginning and read the beginning of Moby Dick all the way through because I've never read it. So I'm actually really interested in reading this. The little pieces the little snippets that I've read online, I've really enjoyed. So that's going to be a fun adventure. Now, this is a book that I am currently reading. It's called Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This is a highly touted book at Barnes & Noble. It's on all of the tables, as you first walk in. It's a Good Morning America book club book. It is like I think I read it was the #1 book of the year at Barnes & Noble. So I've only read this much, so I haven't read all of it, but it is definitely a feminist read. So far, I'm enjoying it. I really appreciate the temperament of the protagonist, who is a feminist in the 1950s and definitely an iconoclast. And it talks about her life and how she manages in a man's world. She's a scientist. So this is going to be a really fun read. And then these are these are chick lit books, but I love them. And I've read 2 of them, but I just keep them on my nightstand because I like them so much. The first one is called The Love Hypothesis. It's kind of steamy. Okay, it's really steamy in some places, but I just love the characters. This one I love, not quite as much, but also you'll recognize the tone and the writing in this. It's very similar to the first one, by Ali Hazelwood. It's also about a woman scientist. Both of them are about a woman scientist. And then I just picked this up yesterday. This is called Loath to Love You. It's 3 novellas by the same author. So that's fun. But like I said, be warned, steamy. And the last one on my nightstand is always on my nightstand because I can never be away from my Jamie and Claire. Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. If you haven't read it, you are missing out. Fabulous.